on the News Channel 5 network. This is the plus side of Nashville.
Hi everybody, I'm Tawanda Coleman. Welcome to the show. So how many of us still have bridesmaids and prom dresses hanging in our closets that we've only worn once and will probably never wear again? Well, a local organization wants you to consider donating those dresses to women and girls who are looking for affordable formal wear options. We're going to learn about the organization called Archie's Promise and how they're helping individuals and families find new and gently used clothing at great prices. But first, experts will tell you that when a child develops a love of reading at an early age, it can lead to both academic and lifelong success. That's why organizations like Bookem are so very important to our community. Bookem is a nonprofit working to bring kids and books together. And here to tell us more about the organization is the executive director, Melissa Spratlin. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, it's a pleasure having you here. I grew up as a lover of reading, and I was all into the Nancy Drew books and all that sort of thing. I do understand how reading can help you in all walks of life. Talk about the organization, Bookem, when it was established, and the folks who kind of went about helping to get that established.
Yes, Bookem has been around for about 26 years. We were founded right here in Nashville by 4 women who saw a need in the community and tried to figure out how they could help fill that need. Just regular people that cared, and they cared about kids and books. They had access to some books and wanted to give them to children who needed them. And so they figured out the process. It went really, really well. They loved it. The kids loved it. And they were like, we should do this again. So it was rather serendipitous that they all came together at the same time, all wonderful ladies. And we are still giving away books today and training people how to read to children in classrooms.
26 years later, a great idea. One of the ladies is a mentor of mine, and many people who watch us here on News Channel 5 will remember Ruth Ann Leach at the time. She's now Ruth Ann Harnish. She was one of the 4 ladies who helped establish this great organization. Let's talk and address a little bit, Melissa, why is reading so important for young people? We hear all the time, reading is fundamental. What exactly does that mean?
It is true. Reading makes a difference in our lives, throughout our lives. And that's what we want children to get. We want them to know that reading matters. It helps us go far in our lives. For one thing, the jobs that we have, we couldn't have our jobs unless we were able to read well. That's true of many people, especially people who love what they do for a living. If you read, you have so many more positive choices in life. You can gain academic success, like you said, but also lifelong success. People who are illiterate just have fewer choices. They face so many more obstacles and challenges in their lives that would be so much easier to face if they were able to read well. We know that children living in poverty often are not reading well. And so that's kind of where we focus our efforts, because those are the kids who seem to need more assistance and help. And we can do that. And as a community, we can raise the literacy rates of the people who live here, and it will improve our entire community.
Absolutely. So you talk a little bit about the folks that you serve. You primarily work with those children that are at risk, youth, or underprivileged children. How does the program work? And I know you have several branches, but how do these children go about getting books?
Yes, we have several programs, like you said. Books for Nashville's Kids is a program where the community donates books to Bookem. We have volunteers who then process the books, categorize them, make sure they're in good shape, put them on the shelves, get them ready to be given away. And then we have groups throughout Nashville who request books from us. Those groups serve lower income households, basically, here in Davidson County. So it may be a family moving into their Habitat for Humanity home, where every child moving into that new home has a stack of books carefully selected just for them, waiting for them, and they are just for those kids. It may be through a school. We have a lot of schools at all levels who serve many economically disadvantaged children. So they may request books before a winter break, and all the kids get to come through and choose the book that they want to take home with them to have to read during the break. It may be through the Lentz Public Health Department, the dental clinic there. When the kids come for a dental appointment, they get to leave with a brand new book. So there's so many different ways that the books get out into the community, but it's because we work with so many different groups in the community that we're able to have a greater reach.
Wonderful. Well, we want to talk more. We got more questions for you, Melissa, so stay with us, and we'll be back with more on Book 'em right after this.